just do it and live in the shit sometimes, because that's what'll make you better. Just never quit. It's cliche to say, like when you get your ass handed to you and you get knocked over, get back up and keep going, but just do that, because that will develop the scar tissue and you'll be better off for it in the long run.
So my week started in Miami at the national championship game. Go fucking Hoosiers. Now we're in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where we can see it is not Miami. And, but, you know, work to do. We got our own work to do. We're on our own journey here.
So how does it make you feel driving back through Leo, Indiana?
Like, you know, this is the church I grew up going to. A lot of people know that my best buddy, Nathan West, who died at 39 of oral cancer, like grew up that little house right, I don't know if it's little, but that house right back there. Like his grandparents lived right behind him. My heart will always be in Indiana. Northern Indiana in January. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Whew. Let's see if Cheryl's back here.
Hoosiers?
Hoosiers!
Oh, get out of here. Congrats on that, though.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm glad for you.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you secretly hate it a little, or you wouldn't be a Purdue fan. You gotta hate it a little, otherwise it's not fun.
Okay, I'll hate it a little.
All right, good. So I'm speaking to the IU Dental School Friday. So I'm wearing my IU National Championship hoodie. I'm wearing a hoodie to talk to the dental students, man. It's at IU. Like they'll be fine. I'm just gonna rep IU for the next year. I'm gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna be obnoxiously loud about it too. I think.
Would you want to know if you were in their shoes, like looking back at 24-year-old Dr. Hughes, however old you were?
I mean, I think, like, look, I go back to the fact that, like, I'm a third-generation dentist, and I still had no idea what day one in practice was going to be like. And it's different than what you think. You know, when you're the one in front of a patient for the first time, not in school, it's easy to sit there and watch somebody do it. So I would want to know a little more real life. You know, I'd want to know a little bit more, you know, when you go shadow somebody, they're going to give you the best version of what's going on in their practice. You're not really diving into the problem. Like most doctors are not going to talk to you about the problems that they have in their office. They're not going to talk to you about the things they've had to get through to build, you know, to develop some scar tissue. They're not going to, you know, so I would want to hear some real life stuff. I think, you know, people tend to sugarcoat it. You know, I just want to give them an open forum to ask real questions. You've been to Indianapolis? Oh, okay. All right, well, welcome to Indianapolis. This is where I was born, Indianapolis. Little known fucking fact. It's a nice downtown area. My home state, my home city. I was technically born in Speedway. I was born in this tiny ass little house. It's probably like twice the size of this car. My dad was still in dental school in Speedway, Indiana, which is where the racetrack is for the Indy 500. So like you go out into our front yard and like the track was like right there. I don't even know if those homes, I don't think those homes exist. I think they tore them down and built other shit. But then lived in Indianapolis for 4 years during dental school. So.
Favorite, least favorite part about living in Indianapolis?
My least favorite was that I had no money and I was in fucking school. We had stuff to do at all times and it was a pretty busy 4 years. So, you know, my favorite part was that, you know, it's the only time I've lived in a big city in my entire life. So it was fun to have things going on. You know, it was fun to be able to go out and have cool bars to celebrate big moments in dental school. You know, it was fun to be around the vibe of a big city. Like I like that vibe that comes with more metropolitan areas. So it was cool to be around that energy. Yeah. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Like, got this out on my way out at 12:30 a.m. Monday night.
Is it weird to go back to your alma mater and speak, or does it feel, is it like in any way easier?
I haven't been back to the dental school since I graduated. That was 2007. My grandfather passed away in 2008. So like, I'm glad he got to see me graduate dental school. You know, like, he was a dentist. That was what my grandfather, my grandpa Hughes was. That was his identity. He was a dentist. I haven't stepped foot back in there one time, and that's not because I don't appreciate the value they brought, or I didn't have a good experience. But like, 4 years of that was enough, and 4 years of being there every day for 8 to 18 hours a day was plenty. And like, by the end of 4 years, you're ready to be out of there and not really look back.
That's a long night to spend in that building.
So man, my
Hey,
hands are freezing.
Parker.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry you guys are in the cold.
Spencer, nice
Parker,
to meet you.
Lex,
Brutal.
you're busy. So very nice. We can get you set up down here.
Okay.
Get you a microphone.
Yeah, whatever questions you guys like, extract it out of people. Like let's get real stuff. Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out today. We're so fortunate with IU as to have Dr. Brad Hughes join us. We're just going to do a quick introduction. So, Dr. Hughes, you've graduated from IU, but tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, where you grew up, where'd you do undergrad, and where you're at now.
First of all, thanks guys for being out here. I know you guys have busy Fridays and you're ready for the weekend. But did anybody else go to the game Monday? Yes. So I'm Dr. Brad Hughes, third generation dentist. My grandfather graduated from here in 1955, my dad in 1980, and me in 2007, which has already been 18 and a half years ago, which seems crazy. You guys look really young, and I hate that I'm saying that right now, but you do.
I was wondering if you have any advice on how to grow our business or see.
Yeah, I get asked that a lot. The bitch of business is that the only way to learn is to do. It's sort of like dentistry. The only way to learn is to do. MBAs do not leave business school knowing anything about business either. Attorneys do not leave law school knowing anything about being an attorney either. Just like we leave dental school having a degree and a title, but not really understanding what it means to be a local legend in a community, not really understanding what it means to be a leader of a practice, not really understanding what it means to develop soft skills.
What are some advices you have for those to make this transition? I mean, it's gonna be rough, but as smooth as possible.
I think the biggest thing is lack of understanding expectation. I don't expect a new grad to come out and in day 3 be doing 60-minute crown appointments for number 19 and number 28. But you can't be doing 3 hours either. You're like, yeah, but it's all about me. Like, I got to get faster, and you do, but the patient doesn't give a shit. They want it done, and they want out, and they want a frictionless appointment. Focus on just getting faster. Not because of you. Not because you have a standard. You're like, I got to do the perfect crown prep. There is no perfect crown prep. You're not crowning great teeth, right? Get faster because it's about the patient.
I was just wondering, like, how would you teach influence in terms of, like, dentists not turning dentists into salespeople and still making sure that the patients feel like they are making their own decisions?
So the key word there is like ethical influence, right? Because the opposite of that is manipulation. So when you're coming from it from the standpoint that you know, because if you and I sit there and go, okay, like you've got a lingual fracture down number 19, that fracture line looks about as dark as my sweatshirt. You're like, this thing needs a crown before that tooth splits in half, and they need a $7,000 implant process. Like, you've got to get them to say yes, even though that thing hasn't broken yet. You've just got to let them know the best option for you is, and then what's going to happen if you don't, and then like create urgency around it. That's scarcity. And then you're going to go into, you know, the fact that like, look, I've seen this exact tooth with this exact problem in the last 3 days twice. They'd already cracked. I had to send both of those to the oral surgeon. Now they're having implants done, and it's going to be $7,000 to get that tooth fixed. Do the damn thing for $1,500 now, and you just created $5,000 worth of value from. That's value creation. So you're influencing them in an ethical way. You know when he's done. You're not doing anything that doesn't need to be done. Does that make sense? So like while utilizing those principles of influence, utilizing authority, you're like, look, I've done, I mean, even on day one, you're like, just like, look, I've done a bunch of crown preps. Like, I'm going to take great care of you. So like reassure them, do all the things, create authority, and then create scarcity. Just go down the principles of influence, use them, but use it ethically. Use it, and then it's just reps. It's practice getting used to using all of those. When you can like implement 4 or 5 of those principles with every patient interaction, and it'll become so natural. They leave and they say yes. They leave and they say yes. They leave and they say yes, and they come back. You're saying, as the doctor, that needs done. You should care that your patients say yes. And the only way to do that is to influence them.
So what's the hardest part about owning first practice?
Taking everything personally. And then it's team. Owning is team. Because now you've got $1 million loan, and you're pissed as hell because your assistant's out sick, and you're like, what do I do? It's the worst part about dentistry is that you have to be there to do the thing, and then you need team to be there to do the thing. It is not about you at all. That is hard because you will take it very personally because you have all the risk and they have none.
Right.
Dentistry is ripe for the taking for somebody like you who's like, I want to do that. You build brand, you work on you. It's good questions.
Thanks.
Really good questions.
Good answers.
Perfect. 3, 2, 1. What's up here?
I think the clinics, I just wanted to see what they looked like because I'm not where they used to be, so. Men's locker room. I know it was on the bottom, right? Pretty sure. I feel like it was like 90 or 92. Yeah, they're taking a test, or they've got a practical. So this is where you learn to be a dentist. It just starts in there, doing reps, prepping teeth, prepping teeth, prepping teeth, prepping teeth, prepping teeth. It really hits that it's a journey. You know, and it's interesting to sit there in front of nearly 100 dental students and talk about losses. Things that I haven't done well over 18 and a half years. And then the things that we have done well over 18 and a half years. It's, you know, it's an interesting full circle moment, and, you know, I look forward to the next time. But these guys do put in a lot of work to get out of here, and it's a cool place. I don't want to come back. Like, I don't want to be a student again. But you know, I have to do my part to fight the commoditization of dentistry. It's what will be the biggest downfall of the entire dental space. Students were on point. Smart individuals, ton of talent in that room today with the dental students, and I'm proud as hell that's my alma mater with Indiana University. You know, they did a great job, so proud of those guys. I think from a micro standpoint for me, I'm going to continue to get way more loud about the things that I think are hurting the dental industry the most, and I still contend that it's complacency, ego, and commoditization. So I'm gonna get very loud about those things because I'm sick and freaking tired of it. Nobody's talking about it. And somebody needs to be the voice because there's still a lot of rainbows and unicorn shit going on in the dental space. And I've got blinders on. We're gonna cut out noise, we're gonna pivot when needed, and we're gonna go hard.